So, you want to know more about Islam? Whether you're curious or trying to understand your Muslim friends better, there's a lot of great ways to dive deeper. Let's take a step-by-step journey to learning Islam thoughtfully, accurately, and without relying on misconceptions. Ready? Let's go. First things first, read the Quran. I know it's a big book, but don't worry, you don't need to understand every single word immediately. Start with an English translation if you're not fluent in Arabic, and find a version with commentary, tafsir, to help make sense of the verses. And pro tip, don't try to power through the whole thing in a week. Take it slow, it's a spiritual journey, not a race. Unfortunately, Google's a bit of a minefield when it comes to Islam, but here's what you should do. Find reliable sources like academic websites, well-known Islamic organizations, like the al-islam.org website, or even speak with your local imam who can answer your questions thoughtfully. If you're lucky enough to have Muslim friends or neighbors, ask them. Most Muslims are more than happy to answer your questions, as long as you approach them with respect and humility. Don't just ask about the fun parts, like fasting or prayer. Ask about their journey, the challenges they face, and what Islam means to them personally. Just don't bombard them with every question at once, like you're grilling them for a pop quiz. For those who want to go deeper into Islamic thought, reading books by renowned scholars is the way to go. Look for books by scholars like Dr. Tariq Ramadan, Dr. Yasser Qadhi, or Sheikh Hamza Yusuf. These scholars are respected for their balanced approach to Islam and their ability to explain Islamic teachings in a relatable way. If you prefer watching rather than reading, there are tons of documentaries and YouTube lectures out there. The BBC and National Geographic have some well-researched documentaries, while YouTube channels like Bayina Institute and Yaqeen Institute offer insightful lectures that tackle common questions about Islam. You can even catch a few TED Talks about Islamic culture and history. They're like Islam for beginners, but with a TED twist. Join online forums, attend local events, or participate in interfaith discussions. There are some great apps and websites like muslimmatters.org or Quora, where you can ask specific questions and get answers from people who know their stuff. Learning about Islam is not like reading a textbook, it's a process. You might not get everything right away, and that's okay. Be patient and allow your understanding to grow over time. Keep your mind open to new ideas. And remember, no one knows everything, not even the experts. Learning about Islam is like learning how to cook a new dish. You're not going to become a master chef the first time you try making biryani, right? But with patience, practice, and a few tasty mistakes, you'll eventually make something beautiful. Same goes for learning Islam. Except maybe don't attempt making everything at once, like fasting in the middle of summer before you've learned to pray. Let's be real. That's a whole other level of commitment. So to wrap things up, learning about Islam doesn't have to be overwhelming, and you don't need to be an expert overnight. Start with the basics, find reliable sources, ask respectful questions, and keep an open heart. The more you learn, the more you'll realize that Islam, like any faith, is about understanding, kindness, and personal growth. Welcome to the journey.